Good evening, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. This is Noah. I'm here with Dennis Omolo, Captain Kenya Ports Authority Volleyball Club. Denoni aje.
Poa.
We are here to talk about his book, Game of Grit, which is just about to, actually we are launching it. So after hearing the story of Dennis Omolo, and someone watching, or rather who have seen the post about this book, Game of Grit, someone would ask, or rather Noah will ask, what inspired Dennis Omolo to write this book, Game of Grit?
Thank you. I think first you would have asked me what the book is all about. Then
Now
yes.
that you've asked yourself that question, you can as well answer it. What is it about?
Game of Grit is a book about resilience, about life, about sports at large. It is a book of, it's majorly for motivation and inspiration. It's meant for anyone who is chasing a dream, anyone who is maybe navigating the challenges of life, anyone who is trying to rise after fall. Yeah, so it's a book of inspiration to anyone. Yes.
So what inspired you to write this book? Because I think you're the first person. I don't know if there is any volleyballer who has ever written a book. Is there any?
I don't
of any one of you know?
I
that
don't
you
know.
know of?
I'm not sure.
So who or what inspired you to write this book? Because from your cover that I read on Facebook, it is a story of a journey from humble beginning from the dusty grounds of Ambira. So from the dusty grounds of Ambira now, who inspired or what inspired you to write this book?
I can say I've met so many athletes, so many people who have big dreams, uh, who are chasing dreams, but they don't have the the, the mental tools that are needed to move to the next level. So I wanted to share my experiences, my journey, the setbacks I had, the breakthroughs, the victories, so that they could inspire somebody also to move from one level to another. Yes. So the book has a lot of stories, and the stories were also inspired by all the mentorship I had, the coaches, all the people who advised me, from parents. Yeah. So they also inspired me to writing the book. Yeah.
So Game of Grit. Grit. I know the meaning of game and off. What does grit stand for?
Okay, let me say this. Game of Grit is a book that is derived from two words, the game and grit. So game here, let me start by the game. Game here is not just the game we play. Game represents life as a whole. Whatever you are doing now, that is the game. It represents the sports at large. It represents the challenges we face in life, in sports, and the whole journey that we take. So grit here means the courage, resilience, yeah, the discipline, determination. That's what grit means. So Game of Grit generally is more than a book. It's a story. It's a journey of facing this life, facing sports, facing the challenges that we face both in life and in sports, with the determination, with courage, with resilience. Yeah,
So basically, Dennis Omolo is a storyteller.
I am.
Is this one of the many that you are planning to publish, or this is only?
This is the first one.
This is the first one. So
Yes.
this is Game of Grit edition 1.
Not edition 1. This is one of the books. that I'm writing. Yes.
So, from what you've mentioned, this book, is it all about your life as a sports person, or what doesn't it entail your life outside sports as well?
Yeah, it carries all my journey in sports and in life also. So the chapters, the stories, they capture the journey I had in life and in sports. Yes.
So when somebody wants to buy this book, at least there's something that he or she would really want to know. Like for example, when you want to buy a dress or a cloth, it means like it looks good for you. So when somebody wants to buy this book and read it, what is it that is in there that you really think or feel like somebody should buy this book and read it?
Okay. This book is real. I wrote this book with honesty, with all the stories, all the emotions, the challenges are real. I didn't. I didn't write it to maybe glorify my path or to perfect my journey. I wrote it to share all the challenges and the setbacks and the breakthroughs I had, and all the lessons I learned to inspire somebody. Okay, so this book contains a lot of stories that I'm sure when somebody reads it, and when they let the story settle in their heart, I'm sure they will change the way they face the challenges or the pressure that they face in life.
I know one of the stories in this book would be how your journey, basically the journey from the village and now up to the top, now being at the top. And maybe, I don't know, because we don't come from the same village, you might be one of the few people playing volleyball from your village. Because in our locality, people only know about football and maybe basketball and probably handball. So to a boy who is in, how do we call, Nyengwe
Yes.
village, to someone who is in Nyengwe village, who when he wakes up he sees football pitches everywhere, people cheering, because even right now we are in the festive season, football tournaments everywhere. What could you tell him that he or she can do different to come up as a volleyballer, different from those many sports that are played in the village?
Football is also a sport, and people have different interests. This is not only about volleyball. It is it whenever okay, you've asked maybe to someone in the
Yeah,
village who is maybe sees football as okay. If
we are not like tuna didimiza football, yes, but even you from, kwetu penye tunatoka, football ndio watu wanajua, like is the, like kids when we were growing up we only knew football is the only talent. Now there is someone there in your village who has heard about Dennis Omolo's story of coming from this village and making it to the top. What what kind of an inspiration would you give him?
what I could give him is what I could tell them is uh, you start from little, yeah, because you don't move from A to Z. There are steps, even if it's football, handball, volleyball, there are steps. So if they have the focus and the discipline, the resilience, like they should not refuse to give up, even if the journey is tough, even if the motivation is not there. So all I can tell them is they can start from somewhere from anywhere and still make it to the top.
So, Game of Grit, who are the people who forms the story of Game of Grit? Who are the people that you acknowledge that these are the people who forms my journey up
I
to where I am now?
first God,
Mhm.
second my family. My journey has been successful because of my family, the support, the belief they had in me. Uh, I can also say Kenya Ports Authority fraternity, because they have given us the opportunity always to showcase our talent whenever they are called upon. They've always supported us every season, and they've made us seen, yeah, and also to the federation, the organization. If we didn't have this federation, there would be no volleyball. So they have given us also the opportunity to play. Organizing these tournaments is not easy. Also, my teammates also have been part of the journey. They challenge you, they motivate you, they support you, and not forgetting my coaches, my mentors. They've been part of it and they've played a very big role in it.
That would form kind of a parting shot, but it is not. We are not yet there at the parting shot.
Yes.
Though we are heading towards finishing. When you first took your pen to write this book, what were you thinking of? And did you ever think of getting to now publish it as a book, or was it like just something you were trying and then it came out to be real?
Um, I've met so many players in different tournaments, local, everywhere, and I'm sure even you, when you go to a local tournament, a player will approach you and ask you where you play, how you train, how is it being there, because they want to be like you, or okay, to be, become successful. So I felt uh, I can spend maybe 2-3 minutes talking to this person to encourage him, but I feel that is not enough. So I wrote this book majorly because I wanted to pass this message to these people that I have not met, yeah, so that they also see that their journey also matters, yeah, because there are people who are struggling to get to the top.
Yeah.
They just need that mentality, that mindset that they can make it. So I wrote this. The first time I started writing this book was to pass this message to these people, so that they can also get motivated to the highest level possible.
So, what are the hurdles that you came or you passed by? That at some point did you feel like leaving it because some you might start doing something and then there are quite a number of challenges you face. So, what are the challenges that you faced while writing this book?
Sometimes, yeah, the book majorly is about my story, and sometimes I could ask myself, after all, who wants to know your story?
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, you just decide to go on, and I can say the the most difficult part of writing the book was being honest about my shortcomings, the mistakes I did, and all the challenges I faced, because I wanted it to be real. So uh, coming out real and putting it down on paper was not easy. Yeah, because I didn't want to maybe say something that, because every story, every every character in this book knows my story. So I wanted to say something in a honest way, yeah, so that somebody can also learn from it. Yeah.
When maybe you shared it with someone, maybe your brother, was there anyone who told you like, Dennis, whatever you are doing, you might want to do it, but nobody will take it seriously, or nobody will receive your information?
Funny enough, nobody knew I was writing this book.
Uh-huh.
It's only my sister. I only told my brothers, my parents about this book when I was editing it. Yes, and everyone was proud of me because they didn't know I could think of doing such a thing. So I didn't want to ask people that, what do you think if I write a book? Because you can get so many negative feedback from people, and I didn't want that. Yeah. So my family, they just knew about this book a few weeks ago when I revealed it, and I believe they could have, even if I told them before starting to write it, they could have supported it. Yeah, fully. Yeah.
But again, we need to realize that anything that doesn't have criticism, doesn't face criticism, might also look like something not perfect or rather good. Don't you feel like now not sharing it with your families or friends before you wanted to edit it? Maybe there are some of the things that you needed to hear from them before now putting the final work.
First,
Because let me just cut you short. Because this one looks like a project, yeah. In many projects, maybe you do something, share it with somebody to do some corrections, or rather tell you what he or she feels about whatever you've done. Do you feel like maybe you doing it without sharing it earlier maybe compromises
editing means there are some areas that you need to add, to remove. So while I told them about it, I shared it with everyone in my family so that they could have a look, correct where they could, and see. I also had some blanks because I didn't know. Maybe I wanted. There is a part that my brother was involved, and I didn't know what happened later or what he was thinking. So I had to ask. So not that I didn't involve them while writing it because I didn't want criticism, but I just wanted to tell them that I have been doing this project and I need you to see into it and tell me what you think about it. Yeah.
So how has it been between balancing your volleyball career, writing a book, and your private life?
It's challenging.
Because you have your personal life, you have your career as a you said you are employed with KPA, and again you have your volleyball life. You see, these are like 3 or 4 things you need to balance. You need to take time, write your book, you need to go to work, you need to train for your tournaments. So how has it been trying to balance all this?
It's not easy, but that is life. Yeah, life comes with different things. You have to push from all corners because if you want to make it, you have to stay committed everywhere. Sports. So I had to know how to program myself. This is the time I dedicate for writing, and there's the time I have to go to work. There's time I have to play, to train. Okay. There's time I have also to dedicate to my personal life.
Mhm.
So it's not easy, but that's how life is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as we finish up, how could you tell us how you handle your critics? Because there are people who will not even get a chance to read this book, but they will still criticize it. You are like a musician who has produced a song, and there's somebody who hasn't even listened to the song and is out there criticizing. Of course, there are people who are like, sasa they know unaandika nini. So how will you be handling such like people? Because there's someone who just come and tell you they know ile kitu umefanya naye. Yeah.
So critics are part of life, and I think they are there to make you stronger, because they are there to challenge you, because they exist. But I believe I wrote this book to inspire, and even if one person or 2 or 10 people or even 1,000 people get inspired by this book, or they get encouraged from disbelief, from self-doubt, I think the message behind each page will have been fulfilled. Yeah.
So as we finish up, there are quite a number of people you have acknowledged in your work, starting from your family, your friends, the KPA, and even to the national level. Is there someone you really feel you needed to dedicate this book to?
Yes.
Who?
My dad.
Your dad?
Yes. Throughout my journey, I can say, my dad is always someone who education to him comes first. Okay, education comes first to everybody. And you know, some people get into sports and forget this part of life. But my dad has always been, he will support you in sports, and he will always remind you that even if you're playing, do this. Even if you are studying, make sure you train.
Yeah.
My dad never played, but he knows the importance of sports. So I think he has always encouraged me throughout to take part, to give my best, both in sports and in life, and in education, and also in life. So I think this book, I really dedicate it to him. Yeah.
Now, finishing up, I think you'd love to share how someone can get this book. Personally, I believe this is mine. I have bought it by virtue of launching it on our YouTube. But somebody would want to get this book. How can somebody get the book?
We'll be posting about. We are discussing with my support team on how we'll be delivering the book to everyone who will be ordering. So we are still working on that, but from now people have ordered, and we are sure to just immediately after this launch, we are going to deliver it to them. Moving forward, we are going to deliberate on how we are going to do deliveries from every part of the country. Yeah, and it will be nice.
There's one thing about business. You might have a product and people might buy and might not buy. How would you react if maybe you spend all those time writing a book, publishing it? Of course, personally, I'm praying that we get to read this book, get the inspiration behind it, and at least we get, this is as well business, we get to promote our brother because it is a big thing that he has done since I started playing my volleyball. I've never had somebody publishing a book. But now I don't want to go to that direction where if the books don't sell, of course, you are taking it to the National Library.
Yes.
Are you taking it to the National Library?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I think up to that point, we are done. Thank you very much, Dennis Omolo, for coming to Blazers TV
Thank
and
you.
sharing with us a little bit part of your story that is in this book. So guys, make sure you buy the book. I think just as Dennis has mentioned, he'll be sharing his phone number in his last words, or the pay bill, or whichever place you can get this book. So Molo, that is the camera, and you can give us your parting shot.
Thank you so much. I hope this book will inspire someone, encourage someone, motivate someone, not only in sports but also in life. Yes, I wrote it from my real experiences and the lessons I learned along the way. And I believe when every reader holds this book, it will spark belief, it will encourage them. So try and get a copy. All my the communication will be through my number for those who have it, and all the purchases will be through Paybill, Equity 247247, and my number 0742 914664. Yes.
Thank you very much, Dennis Omolo. This one I'll take to my kids, those who have been in Trailblazers Elite Academy. I pray that this book inspires them. Now that they are very young and they are upcoming, when they get to read this book, of course, we'll encourage their parents to purchase this book so that they get reading them. Very much big thank you for coming over.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep supporting us. Support Dennis Omolo. We are out.